Where me they find better life, say na better thing. Now I won't go get for outside Nigeria. So see say wetin I think not be dey there. When I dey go, I'm not blind. But reaching there now, I not see my two eye bring come back. I get wife, I get 3 boys. Since I come back now, when the eye not there again to go out, go work, till today, I not dey see any of them again. Abandon me, leave me go. So I've been struggling. My children, they call them, but their mother not dey agree make I talk to them. I'm there, the wahala come dey say one thing not the married blind man. So that's okay. No wahala.
You miss her?
Well, I'm not gonna say I miss am. I don't miss am because if as me get am for my say na so he get me, not gonna leave me for this condition now. Now she supposed dey with me. So since it don't be like this, I'm not sure say missing dey there. I'm not gonna tell you like it not dey okay for me. That is why I need help from people. Make them help me. Make I go out of this place. You look that room now, you see foam for inside. Ordinary ground that they lie down. Every day. I tell you, say, body, it dey pain me. Body, they pain me well. Mosquito. Oh my God. You talk of heat. You know how there can be now when, or that in office, so you see as the window small.
Stanley Ogieriakhi left Nigeria in search of greener pastures with his eyes working perfectly, but he returned to the country with both eyes completely blind after being tortured by police officers in Libya. On return to the country, his wife reportedly abandoned him as she was said to have told him that she cannot live with a blind man since she did not marry him blind. Even though Stanley still speaks with his kids over the phone, he is still shocked that his wife could abandon him when he needed her the most. Welcome to a mind-blowing episode of my migration story series on Legit TV. My name is Stanley Ogieriakhi.
I dey stay here because of say I not get house when I want go, and I not get help because of my 2 sight because I know they see road with my 2 eye.
So they born you, Abi, waiting?
No, they not born me like that. Now I travel out of Nigeria. They go Libya. So now when I don't reach there, all these their boys now they come tranquil us. So now there where they come stock ox for inside room as if say na fish. So they go they beat us. They do everything they like. Now there me can't get this my eye problem. People when they then still help me out when I can't get back to my country. So now therefore be do waiting they do now. Where me they find better life, say na better thing. Now I won't go get for outside Nigeria. So see say waiting I think not be there, not be my see. So now waiting with the see for we when they come up for Nigeria because of the kind of life when they this country. So now they make many Nigerians they die. Many they die for Mediterranean Sea. Many they die for desert. So many they disfigure. Now I lead to this my own soul where I want to go find greener pasture. So I can't see myself. When I they go, I'm not blind. But reaching there now, I not see my 2 eye bring come back.
When you reach there, wetin happen where the eye no come dey work again?
Yes, say when it not dey easy for both man and woman when they go there. Me being a man, I not get wetin I want offer them. But if na woman, you get wetin you go offer. You offer 2 things: either you offer money, you still offer your body, give them. Like our Nigerians there, maybe they come carry you as a woman. They feel they do anyhow with you, mess you up. Then you as a man, if you maybe then tell you say call who you get for Europe, you say you no get anybody. If you get, you call, they bring money. Or who you get for Nigeria, if you get, you call, they bring money. But me, I not get who I want call. I not get parents. The two don't die. So I not get who I want call. Now I make my own case come dey different. Now I lead to this my ISO.
But what really happen?
Yes, when you not get money, they go tell you you lie down. You know, rubber, they'll put lighter. They drop them for your back. Say me you dey, or yeah, call your people. As you dey shout for inside phone, so your people go the tension go hold and say, oh yeah, gather money, maybe you send, go give them. But whereby you not get anybody, anything they like, they fit do you, they fit kill you. People they die. Our Nigerians they die there. They go store them for inside one useless room like that. Una go dey there plenty. So do anything with them like. So they feel use una to do whatever they like. Nobody go ask them. Because we want from there cross go find better life. Now be the thing when they happen for that place.
What did they come do to your own eyes?
So me now something that hits me for back. So now that thing I ain't can lead to my eye for there. Where them pack us put for inside room. So now there now this my eye come they dark black like this, so come bad. So now based on our Nigerians then still gather help me. Gather money, bring me come back home. So as I come back, where I listen to radio, I come hear of a greater returnees. So I write their number, I can call them. So now them come for my rescue for here now when I reach Benin, which is my state. So since then now, they have been there for me, helping me one way or the other to eat. It's not easy. If you get as it be, I go still call them. I beg go, Mona come, say, I need help. They go still help me as they get rich. Not be say that they maybe not company or that they work. So now the greater returnees now then they help me since I return back.
Before you travel, you be married, you get wife and children.
Yes, I marry, I get wife, I get 3 boys. So since I come back now, when the eye not there again to go out, go work, and there I see everything rich. Till today, I not see any of them again. So now so the thing, now so the matter rich.
How you mean then abandon?
Yes, yeah, they abandon me, leave me go. So I have been struggling with the help of the greater returnees. I'm at they sustain myself since then.
Your wife, you don't hear from her since then, or your children?
Well, they not they agree pick my call. My children are they call them, but their mother not they agree make I talk to them. I'm there the while I can't they say no one thing or the married blind man. So that's okay. No wahala.
She tell you for phone say she not the married blind man.
Yes, he tell me face to face. Face to face. Say he not get time again. Make I find my way. Ma go meet my family. Say him too don't go meet him family.
How you take meet your wife?
Well, now when I dey ride the bike, I dey ride machine, I dey work farm, join am. So now there, I dey carry am. Always dey carry am. So from there, the father come see say this person dey good. So him father go dey call am my say I be in-law. So now through there, now I take enter the thing. So from there now the thing not come reach ground because of the challenge when I get.
Now do wedding?
No. I not get that money.
How she can't be your wife?
You know, well, normal thing, once you don't pay woman bride price, now your wife already now.
You pay the bride price?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Una family, una do family?
Just call family, then do the necessary thing. When two family they do. So now there. So since then now, he say he not do again. Now she agree before, but now she not agree again. Now say okay, no wahala.
You think she talks say she like for your body when she first agreed to be your woman?
Well, he say if I dey come back for work, I would like to buy things come. Things when mouth dey eat. I dey always like to buy am take. I go buy am say I dash you this one. So na all those things
I make am like you.
na I make am.
As you no come fit see again to do those
So
things.
yes, as I not see again now to dey do those things, so na there you come say you wan find a way say you know fit dey take care of papa and dey take care of the children, so you wan go her own way.
You know whether she don remarry?
Well, I no fit talk say she don remarry because I no dey with am. I no fit talk wetin I no know, but all I know say over 4 years now, nobody wan like to see each other, or she no wan see me. Then na so the thing just be.
You miss her?
Well, I no go say I miss am. I no miss am because if as me get am for mind say na so you get me, you no go leave me for this condition now. Now she suppose dey with me. So since it don be like this, I no sure say missing dey there.
You go school based on whether university or polytechnic. You go school reach that level?
Well, no. Na school start.
Wetin dem say be the problem wey dey your eye? You don go hospital? Wetin dem tell you?
Yes, I go hospital. They say na glaucoma. Whether anything hit my back of my head. Now say no, but see where something hit me. Oh, now they come say okay, say na it lead to the blindness. Now so they tell me for hospital.
So wetin dem come say dem go fit do to the glaucoma?
They say if I dey put eye drop, then I wan do operation. But because of say no support na no money, now it make me not fit do the operation. So now they come say make I dey put eye drop, and the money for the glaucoma eye drop e no easy to buy. When I dey go hospital, I dey buy one, then at times 7,000 for one. Sometimes e fit come down, sometimes e fit be 8,000. So and I dey buy am different like 4 before other tablets. But where I no get that money now, I no help from family when I go say na dem wan help me. So now I leave am like that, and so the thing come take dark.
Well, for here where you dey live, so how this place dey stay safe? E dey okay for you to dey live for this?
At all. E no dey no one bit okay for me at all. I no go tell you like e no dey okay for me. That is why I need help from people. Make them help me. Make I go out of this place. You look that room now, you see foam for inside. Na ordinary ground that they lie down. Every day. I tell you, say body it dey pain me. Body dey pain me well. Mosquito. Oh my God. You talk of heat. You know how there can be now when or that na office. So you see as the window small. Na office that place be. So if as Sunday now in the night, na corridor there, I go lie down for outside. I go hold cloth dey pursue mosquito. That time I no go, before una come, me I dey sleep for front there. I just lie down for just dey there. So when night come, I go do security because of mosquito. Then if afternoon dey like this, I go use am take sleep. Na so I dey live am. That's why they beg where many Nigerians when they for anywhere, for diaspora, anywhere you dey, make una come help me. Because na life I wan go look for, where e for good. So it be say, e no work as I think am. If somebody tell me say, I no go as I think am, I no go believe. So but now it don happen. And I dey advise every Nigerian, whether you be man, whether you be woman, illegal migration not be better thing, not be waiting good when person go embark on, not be better joining. So wherever you dey hear my voice, I beg, try make you get yourself something when you dey do for Nigeria here. When it happen now, not be home I can't remember, say make I go back home. I not say make them leave me there. I still come back to my Nigeria. So how we say I see who say they do the farm when you they do, but I just say okay, make I go find better life for that side, since others they get them right, but not be everybody. So those one when the thing go against now, I did one of them. So that's why they tell people say no embark on such joining, because not be better joining when you go. If you go the direct way, the legal way, good. But say illegal, not they good at all. Na very bad thing. Na very, very bad thing. So please, anywhere anybody tell you about follow road, I want go follow desert. If you reach desert, you go see dead body. Left and right, you go see dead body. It don't dry. No rain for there when you go say it go rotty. No. It go just dey stiff with the cloth when you wear. Don't die. Don't go. So there, na real desert. And I see. When they talk, I never believe them, but I see them. Say, truly, now waiting they happen, now they show. And now people they talk.
So if God willing, your eyes can open, you can't see where like before now, you'll still go back to that your wife.
Well, now let God go decide. I not get power of my own. Now God, now I get power. Let the will of God be done. If God say go back, fine. I not get my power to say no. If God say not go back, who be me to say I want go back? So now God I depend on, now God I put my hope on, now God I look up to.
But me they ask you based on how you feel say she treats you this period. So if you can't get yourself back now, you for your own mind, leave God out of the whole thing. If they your own hand to go back, you go back to that woman.
Well, nobody they live on his own without God though. To me, waiting me believe, I not feel live on my own, say I put God aside.
But now God say make you go Libya.
Not because say make I go Libya, because now life I want go fine. Because man not go there now in family get as he be. You go think waiting you go do. Instead of you to go commit crime, then you look for another way, say make I go find better life. Now waiting make me they talk like that.
How old are your children? How old are they, the eldest?
Well, the eldest one is now getting to 16 years now. He's now going to the one follow him. That one now 14. Then the last one now 10. Yes.
Which year you come back from Libya?
I come back 2017 January.